Hello, world. Hello, America. Hello, Texas. I am your Quantum Mechanics podcast host, Brandon La Lanne, out of San Antonio, Texas, nestled in between the Permian Basin and the Eagleford Shale drilling place. And today we're going to be talking about the platform. Today we're going to be talking about NPT, TRIR, and how the quantum mechanics platform can help reduce those metrics for drilling contractors. Now, today I'm going to break the ice because I have just submitted my application for IADC, and they know me as the sign guy. I was in Houston the other day driving through, and I was close to Chinatown, and I realized IADC was actually right outside of Chinatown in Houston and Bel Air. And I was like, you know what? I should stop by. So I stopped by, and this lady came by and she was like, "You're the sign guy, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." She remembered me from the Galveston convention, which was actually over AI and drilling contractors. So as a new member, being known as the sign guy, I'm actually pretty stoked about that. And so to break the ice, I wanted to show you one of those signs and why I'm known as the sign guy. And I was the guy who was holding these outside of the conference. And I think y'all really will like this one. We are the few people who find mud and cement interesting. Imagine AI that does too. Well, that is a true statement. Not many people find, well, cement and mud very interesting, but it is very interesting for our processes and what we do out on the rig. And that's what I'm interested in, is what we do and how we can improve the condition and how we operate, how we perform, how we can reduce incidents, we can reduce downtime, and we can improve the performance of drilling contractors, which is good for everyone. So today, again, the equipment registry is a foundation of the platform, the digital twin of your equipment, and the inspections, the preventive maintenance inspections that the Roughnecks do on the rig that flow into the equipment registry. The two are intimately connected because the registry is not just serial number, make and model. It's actually the whole history and the life cycle of your equipment. And who captures that data? Well, it's the Roughnecks when they do their daily, weekly, monthly. And then you have your technicians that go out and they do the 180-day, they do the annual, and then all the planning that goes into place with the manufacturer to do the depot level or the remanufacture of those items. The OEM and the drilling contractor work hand in hand for that piece of equipment to extend its life into the future instead of just running to fail. So I can post this on LinkedIn, it has to be less than 15 minutes. We've already had the intro. So we're going to jump right in. Here we have quantum mechanics. Documents, ask QuantiX, that's our AI agent, registry, inspections, work orders, corrective actions, incidents, and analytics. Your equipment registry, this is where your equipment lives, the digital twins. All right. Now, it looks pretty slick. The user interface is awesome. But what are we actually looking at here? Now, just at a fundamental level, a high level overview of what we've got going on with our equipment. This is going to guide me in what I need to do today. All right, 45%, here you go. Verify deadline anchor. All right, that's a big one. No corrective action created. Really? Right, so then I can go down here, issues identified during inspection, follow-up required. I can see who did the inspection, right? But this is a big thing, no corrective action created on any occurrence. Why not? And then I can create one right here, create corrective action for this recurring failure. Check oil cooler operation. That's a big one too. All right. So I can go down and I can see more information on this asset. Creating corrective actions. Look, it auto-populates everything for me. Okay. I can assign it to the specific rig, give it a due date, assign it to a specific person. So the system is allowing the user to drive other people's behaviors by identifying things that are recurring, things that need to be done. And if I can do that, right? It leads to transparency. It leads to, hey, I know this is wrong, then you do now too, and there's corrective actions in the system that we can follow up with. Okay, so accountability built within the system. Now, what I want to do is I want to jump into our inspections. All right, so inspections are where the Roughnecks are going to be entering in the data day-to-day basis. So the motor hand, floor hand, all the way up to the derrick hand, even the driller or the rig manager. So let's jump in here and see what that looks like. Okay, this is our inspections module. And if I wanted to start an inspection, I would see this if I were a motor hand doing inspections. I would have a tablet or a phone, ruggedized, explosion proof, start new inspection, pick my piece of equipment. So you've got, let's just say I'm going to do, you've got a mud pump there. I've got a Drawworks. All right, let's do a Drawworks. All right, Worth GH2000 EGAC1G. Daily, 10 items, approximately 20 minutes. Your daily are going to be mostly visual inspections, maybe some greasing here and there. All right. Now, specific items within that inspection. Now, this is going to be based off of the drilling contractors, their line items, what they believe is important, right? So, critical, all right, of course, verify auxiliary brake function, chronomatic, these are going to be critical items. If it fails, and I give it any type of severity, it doesn't matter, it's critical, it's going to create an action item. So if it's low, even if it's low, if there's something wrong with your chronomatic, the corrective action better be made, right? Of course. So let's just do podcast test. And I can add a photo if I've already taken one, or a document, or an inspection, or I can open the camera. That's me. All right, capture the picture. Make sure that it's tethered if it's overhead. All right, just do a arbitrary value here for brake drum temperature, transmission oil, drum shaft bearings. Okay, lubrication, inspect wire rope condition pass, cathead clutch, verify deadline anchor, everything's good. Testing, complete inspection. Okay, and it's going to give me a report, 6 passed, 1 failed. And I can review that report, I can view all inspections, or I can start a new inspection, right? So what I'm interested in is I'm interested in that action, that corrective action. There we go, check chronomatic, issues found. I can view it. So typically, if a rig hand were to do this, it would be automatically assigned to the rig, or if it were like a critical item, it would be assigned to multiple people within the organization. But because I'm an admin, I can view it, I can claim it, I can resolve it, okay? And this sends out emails, right? So emails get sent out as well. So you can have profound visibility throughout the organization. The value of this is that your inspections, what's being found on the front lines of your rig, are flowing into the upper levels of the organization, whether that's your regional organization or the C-level suite with the VP of operations or HSE director. They get to see this as well. So they're not having to make calls. They're not having to, hey, send me scan the PDF, send it to me via email, then I'll have this conversation with this person or that person. Actually, it's all within the it's all there within the system. And you can see who's assigned to, who's responsible for it, how many days has it been pending, right? That's also extremely important because it allows you to know, well, if all of these things are pending and they're all in one person's queue, then there's some behavior issues that can help the organization make decisions on should this person even be in that position, or they need help, right? They need some assistance. Let's get help behind them. Let's get some of our support team behind them to get that rig or that piece of equipment back on track. When we do that, we are reducing NPT, hopefully, right? We are reducing potential incidents. If we reduce equipment damage, if we reduce equipment failure, we are reducing the time that people are spending outside of their regular day-to-day operations. We're reducing those instances where they're out of the norm, which leads to potential incidents. So the system can drive behaviors, the system can drive transparency, visibility, and hopefully as well, the organization chipping away at those recurring failures or those potential incidents. I would love to give a demo to any drilling contractor or anyone in the oil and gas industry who's interested. I've actually spoken with some OEMs, some manufacturers, and my work order module, I think, actually solves a lot of what some of the problems that they're experiencing out on the floor. So check us out. It's quantum-mechanics with an x.com. I said this last podcast. I love the name. It's pretty cool. It's fun. But quantum-mechanics.com. DM me. I'm on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. Like, comment, share. We would love to get out there and start helping your company with reducing incidents, reducing downtime, and really mix it up. We're going to be getting the word out. Again, we've applied for IADC membership on the Advanced Rig Technologies Committee. I'm pretty out there. I like to get the word out. I like to be involved. And so you may see more of these signs, okay? These fun signs. Here's another one. AI is people. AI is people. I know for you old timers, y'all know what that movie is. I'll give you a hint. Well, it's green, Soylent Green. Yeah, Charlton Heston. Fantastic movie. A little dystopic. AI is not going to launch from maintenance and maintenance and safety data. I can assure you. So, my name's Brandon La Lanne. I'd love to sit down, have a conversation, see what's going on with your organization, just give you a demo because I think this is where things are going. A lot of investments being made down in the well for AI. But my whole premise is that actually we need to focus on what is happening on the rig floor and look at the data that we are or we should be capturing anyway and utilize that, centralize it, and then wrap it in AI because AI is actually a derivative of people. It's a derivative of us. It's a reflection of us, but we are the true creators. We are the ones that are making our destiny, and AI is a fantastic tool. So let's do something great together. I'm Brandon La Lanne. This is the second episode of the Quantum Mechanics podcast. There will be more. And you know what? We'll see you next week. Can't wait to have conversations. Bye, y'all.